All right, welcome on in, everyone. My name is Coach Christian. This coach is Heather, and we are excited to bring you another Coach Care Connect daily virtual workout. Today, we got 2 circuits that we're going to go through. We're going to need some heavier weights for some kind of muscular endurance circuits. So they're going to be a little bit longer. We're going to go 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, 3 times through 3 moves, so 9 minutes of work, and then we'll take a little break and get into our next circuit. So before we do that, we're going to get warmed up though. So let's start out with our Spider-Man with elbow drops, and Heather's going to take us through those. Starting out in our high plank position, we're going to walk 1 foot outside of our hand. From here, we're going to drop our elbow right down into the instep of our foot. Feel a little stretch at the bottom here. Take a second before you come back up. Good. Get your body ready to go for today. Again, 5 reps on this side. Then we'll switch the legs, switch the elbows, and do 5 over there. Very good. There we go. When you are done, we can stay in our high plank position here for our second move. Good, so there's your second 5. All right, next one's going to be some scapular push-ups. This one is a push-up, but all with the shoulders, so no bend in the elbows. Pinch the shoulder blades together and then spread them apart. We're going to go 10 reps on this one. Feel the stretch again, and then warm up that back and shoulders. Good, so you can see Heather again pushing her shoulder blades apart, opening that chest up, and then closing it and squeezing them together, back and forth, keeping her body in that straight line. You could take this one from the knees if you need to as well. Good. After that, third one, we're going to go into a single leg reach, kind of like a single leg deadlift. We're going to reach down towards our toes, not actually reaching. We're hinging at the hip. Soft bend in that bottom knee and try to kick that leg back as far as you can, keeping it straight from the heel all the way to the shoulders there. So straight line as she gets down in there. 5 on one leg, and then they'll switch to 5 on the other. Amazing. This is one, too, if you want to use a wall, if you want to hold on to something for a little bit extra support or stability, that's absolutely an option as we get warmed up. We want to make sure you get that full range of motion as in our warm-up or any hinging that we do today in our workout. There we go. All right, last one, we're going to do some steel jacks, so arms in front to start, kind of like a jumping jack, but you're just bringing your arms in front right here. You can always step and open as well. 15 reps there, knock them out, get that heart rate cranked up just a little for me today. There it is. All right, and as you guys are finishing up, perfectly fine if you're not quite with us, catch up with our warm-up, but we're going to get into our first circuit here and just the demo. So, first exercise that we got is going to be a high plank to a T. So, on this one, we're going to start in our high plank position. You're going to reach all the way up, open up those hips, feel the stretch, watch the hands with the eyes, and then right back down. We're going to go back and forth here for 45 seconds. If you have a light dumbbell or a set of really light dumbbells that you want to hold on to do that one, you absolutely can there as well. So kind of 2 different options. Maybe start without the dumbbells, and then if you're feeling good, you can always grab them and add them on in. Good. After that, we're going to go into an alternating goblet reverse lunge. So goblet position, get a dumbbell, kettlebell, whatever you got going at your house today. And then we're going to step back into that reverse lunge. So chest is going to be nice and tall. Knee is going to be right over the toe on this one. And then 90 and 90 in both knees is going to be what we look for. So Heather does a really good job of keeping that chest up for the entire movement there. Alternating sides as well, so you don't have to pick a side. We'll go through for 45 seconds. Last one, if you got a kettlebell, that's the best way to do our figure 8 with a hold, but a dumbbell will absolutely work as well. For this one, think front to back, so it's a little hinge down through the legs in the figure 8. Good, front to back, and then right back up into the chest. Front to back, right through the legs, and then right back up to the chest here. So hinging, you can notice how Heather keeps her back nice and flat through the entire movement here. She comes down, a little tension in the hamstrings, just like that deadlift motion, and then uses her hips to get that momentum back up to the top. So think through and around, back up to the top, front to back, before you get back up to the top and reset after each rep. So those are our first 3 movements. Again, it's going to be 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. Let's go ahead and get set up for that high plank to T, and we will get going here in about 25 seconds. All right, so we're going to get the timer ready to roll. Again, high plank to T is going to start us out today. So if you want dumbbells, again, I would recommend no dumbbells in the first round, then we can add them. But get set up. I'm going to get the timer ready, and let's take off with this one today. 10 seconds, and we are going to get started here. 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. That's our rounds. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Good, so opening it up, right back to your high plank. Open it up, right back into your high plank. Now, good little option in this one. If you're feeling a little tired in this first round, feeling like you want to add a little bit, maybe you go both sides and then add a push-up. Let's go both sides, add a push-up. Good, good. It's always a good way. Throwing a push-up in is a good way to mix it up in each round. Getting a little upper body pressing in there as well, but we are just over that halfway point. We got about 20 seconds to go in this round. Good. Try to stay up on those toes if you can, but you can always take it to the knees if you need to. But keep opening up the hips. Keep going side to side. 8 seconds. Good. In 3, 2, 1, and rest. 15 seconds of rest and 15 seconds to get set up for your alternating goblet reverse lunge coming up next. So goblet position with your dumbbell, kettlebell, whatever you're using today. And then let's take that big step back into our reverse lunge. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good, big step back, keeping the chest nice and tall. So if you were to take a picture of Heather at the top and the bottom of her squat, but just from the waist up, that would look exactly the same. And that's what I want you guys to focus on today as well. Nothing in the upper body changes as you take that big step back. The core stays tight, the chest stays tall. The knees bend to get us down into that lunge. Just over the halfway point, got about 20 seconds to go. 20 seconds. So a little bit longer rounds. This is where we start to really feel it in the lower body, but we fight through. This is where we get the most out of the round in these last 10 seconds here, team. Good, good. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. 15 seconds. We're going to go down into that figure 8 to hold. Just so you guys can see it one more time, think front to back. So start up on that chest. You got that front rack position, front to back, right around the leg, and up to the chest. 3 seconds. Here we go. 2, 1, let's go. It's a hinge, and then bring it back up. Good. Turn just a little for us, just so we can see that motion. There we go. Right between the legs, and then back up to the chest. Front to back, between hinge. Hinge is the big thing on this one. Just like any deadlift, any single leg reach like we did in our warm-up today. That's that same motion that we're doing, that hinge as you come down. 20 seconds to go. Good, keep fighting. It's okay if you need to take a quick break, especially if that kettlebell's up at the top. Take a second, breathe, and then get back into it. 10 seconds. Finishing up our first time through, we're going to have a 15-second break, and then we're right back to the high plank to tees. 3, 2, 1, and rest. 15 seconds. High plank to tee. If you're feeling good and want to use those lighter dumbbells, you can absolutely do that. If not, we can stay right here. We can add the push-up even if you're feeling good still. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Round 2. Good. Open it up. Reach towards the sky. Good. Follow the hand with the eyes as you open up each shoulder. Very good. Good. Adding the push-up in now. It doesn't have to be a 1 rep, 1 push-up, 2 reps, 1 push-up. It can be 5, 6 reps before you hit 1 push-up. You know, maybe your push-ups are just your way to break it up a little bit this round. Maybe you don't want to do push-ups at all, and that's okay as well. Maybe you want to just knock out the push-up or the high plank to tee, and that is what we are here for today. 10 seconds. We're making this your workout today. We're owning it. We're going through it, knocking it out. Come on. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Done with that one. Goblet reverse lunge coming up next. Grabbing your dumbbell. Again, we're going through it, keeping the chest nice and tall. You got 45 seconds in your round, so let's keep that form for the entire 45 seconds. But here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Big step back. You want that knee to come just above the ground. Don't need to actually touch it to the ground if you don't need to. So keeping the chest up again. Now, as we get tired in these rounds, if you absolutely have to, what I would rather have you do is ditch your weight and keep your form really good than struggle through those last few seconds. So if you need to, ditch the weight, keep going. But try not to stop in these last 20 seconds here. 20 seconds. Good, good. This is that part of the round. I know we're going to get challenged a little bit towards the end of these, especially in our next round as well, but we're going to push through it today. We're going to get stronger, and we're going to get closer to those goals, especially in these last 5 seconds right here. 3, 2, 1, and rest. 15 seconds. Figure 8 to hold coming up for that second time, finishing up our second time through our first circuit. So let's grab it, getting ready to go. Remember that front position, you're holding it up top, between front to back. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. There it is, right? You hinge down, keeping that back nice and flat. Think about the core on this one. I want you to connect your core into this movement. So as you're coming down, actively engaging your core to keep your back flat as you hinge, and then using those glutes and the hamstrings. Those are pushing the hips forward to get you back into that standing position. Good, 20 seconds. Good, good. I love that consistency. Keep on working here all the way through. Your final 10 seconds here. Final 10, then we get into our last round of our circuit, team. Good, good. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. 15 seconds. All right, 6 of the 9 exercises that we get down, that we have in our first circuit down here. High planks and tees coming up. Let's do them. 5 seconds. Let's find that position. Let's go after it. In 2, 1, let's go. All right, haven't had a ton of time in between our rounds today. If you need to grab a quick drink, gotta do it fast. We only got a couple rounds left today. We got these high planks, the goblet reverse lunges, and our figure eight to hold one more time. Then we'll take a nice long 90-second break as we get that second circuit set up. But here we go. These last 15 seconds of the round. What do you want out of this today? How hard can you work? How hard can you push yourself? 10 seconds. Good. Digging deep now. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. All right. Done with that one. We got our reverse lunges coming. Again, grab a drink of water if you need it quick. We got work to get done here. We're close. We're getting closer to that long rest to let you recover. But here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Big step back. Good. Try not to even think about it. We're just working hard today. That's the only goal, is to work hard, challenge yourself. Everyone is at a little bit different spot in their fitness journey, and that is amazing. That's what we love about fitness, is no matter where you are, you can come into this and have success today. Good. 25 seconds right here. There's a reason we all came in today, whether you want to admit it or not. There's a reason why you're exercising, and use that reason, put it in front of you in these last 15 seconds. Good, good. 10 more to go. Best reps, best lunges of the day. Let's see them right here, team. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. 15 seconds. Let's finish up this first circuit with that figure eight to hold. 45 seconds of work, and then we get that longer rest, team. Let's knock it out here. 5 seconds. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Last round. Let's make it your best of this circuit. Good. Front to back, coming down to, there we go. Good. Gotta have those feet right about shoulder width apart so your kettlebell's not hitting the knees. Never a good feeling if you catch the inside of your knee on that one. 25 seconds. You got this. You got this. Earning that rest. It's right around the corner here. Some quality reps are all that separates you from a 90-second full recovery. Good. Get after it here, team. 10 seconds. Best reps. You got it. You got it. Good. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. 15 seconds. Actually got a little bit longer than that. You got about 90. So, got through it. Grab some water. Relax a little bit. We'll get into that second circuit. We got 3 new moves coming at you, but it's going to be the exact same setup in this one. First one is going to be a half kneeling overhead press. So, as you can see, Heather gets down on one knee here. Elbows are going to stay in tight on this one, and then dumbbells are going to come straight over the head. Couldn't talk for a second. Good, right in there, keeping them tight as you come down, keeping the hips forward so you have a straight line from your knee, hip to shoulder, all is stacked right on top of each other, and control on the way down. So boom, those are half kneeling overhead presses. After that, we got our front squat. Front squat, you can use dumbbells, you can use kettlebells, whatever you want to do for that front squat position. You can even do goblet. I'm okay with that, but we're going to go into it for 45 seconds. So keep those dumbbells up on the shoulders. Try to keep your elbows nice and high if you're using the dumbbells like this, to keep that chest nice and tall and keep the knees over the toes, driving the knees out as you come up. Good. So there's exercise 2. Last one's going to be a high plank hip tap. A little bit of core mixed in here today. High plank position. Hands are right under the shoulders. Knees are going to be wide on this one. So spread the legs, spread the feet wider than shoulder width, because that's going to give you a nice space so your hips don't move. Because that's the goal in this one, is to keep your hips stable as you can as you squeeze your core and tap your hips. If you need to on this one, you can widen out your feet, or you can drop it down to the knees to make it even easier. Good. 20 seconds though. Let's get ready. Let's take a couple deep breaths, and let's knock out circuit number 2. 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, just like last circuit, 3 times through, 10 seconds. And we're going to start with that overhead kneeling press, half kneeling. Here we go. Remember what knee you're on. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Good. Straight up, straight down here. One thing that starts to happen as we get tired, our elbows start to really come out wide. Keep them in tight here. Keep the neutral grip throughout the entire exercise. Good. I love it. I love it. Now you got lots of time in this position. As we go through it, don't let the hips fall. We're going to start to feel it in the core a little bit as you get into these longer rounds, and that's exactly what we're looking for. This is a core strengthening exercise in that half kneeling position. Good, good. 10 seconds. You might find as we get deeper into the round, you start to get a little bit more sway going to you as well, and that is normal. 3, 2, 1, and rest. 15 seconds. Get set up for that front squat coming next. Now 45 seconds, a lot of time to be in that front squat position. So stand up, take a full deep breath before each rep. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Protect yourself today. There it is. Now, you got to really feel it in your first circuit here. So maybe you went heavy on like your goblet lunges, and that last round started to really get at you. Maybe you don't start quite as heavy on the front squats, and we work our way up. I'd rather have you finish with a heavier round than start with a heavier round today. Good, good. Just over 20 seconds in your front squats here. You get lots of time under tension today. Lots of work to be done. 15. There it is, there it is. Let those legs burn a little bit. You know they're getting a little bit stronger. You're getting a little bit closer to where you want to be. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. 15 seconds. All right, take a couple deep breaths here. High plank hip taps coming up. We're going to challenge that core again. A lot of sneaky core work in this second circuit. But here we go. 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So let's talk about the high plank hip tap again. You can make it harder by bringing your feet together. You can make it easier by spreading your feet apart a little bit. Gives you a little bit more of a base and makes it easier to lift that hand without moving the hips. Good, good. Every time you do lift a hand, your center of gravity is changing. That's why you're trying to compensate with your hips. It's just a natural body movement, but the core, that's what's giving us stability in all of this. If we can keep that nice and tight, you can fight some of that hip rotation, and that is exactly what we're doing here for these next 15 seconds. Good, good. Finishing strong. Remember to breathe. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Good. Take a couple deep breaths here. One round down. We're going into our half kneeling overhead press in 10 seconds. Take a deep breath. We got this. Another round. Half kneeling overhead press. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. All right, so you did one round on one knee. Let's go the other knee this time if you aren't on it. And then in our last round, we will switch just to make sure we're even today. Because why not? Good, but you got 30 seconds right here. Lots of time to hit some really good shoulder work, keeping your chest tall. Remember that stack of the shoulder, the knee, and the hip, all in that straight line. You want to keep it there. Good, 20 seconds. Now, let's not let that shoulder come up by the ear as well. You want to keep the shoulders down and away. Also, think about your lower back. If you're starting to feel yourself almost lean back in this one, we don't want that. We want the hip stacked on top of the knee, but not that bend of the back. 3, 2, 1, and rest. 15 seconds. We got front squats. Front squats coming. Letting the legs rest a little bit. Maybe shake them out. And then let's get after it here. Round number 2 of our circuit. 3 rounds of it. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Right into it. All right. Now, if anything's giving you trouble, pain, anything like that today, go in, see your local Anytime Fitness coach. They got a plan that's ready for you. They can adapt it to you to make it personalized and get you to your goals as fast as possible. That's what we love doing as trainers. That's what you pay us to do. We want to get you there. We want you to see results. And it is rewarding for us just as it is for you. 20 seconds. Good, good. Good. Focusing on those reps. Don't let those chests fall as we get tired. I know we're starting to feel it. We're getting to that point. We've already passed that point maybe, but here we go. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. Deep breaths. We got 4 exercises to go. 2 of them are the same. 2 of them are going to be our high plank hip taps, so we're going to start with that. finish up our second time through this circuit. Here we go. 45 seconds of it in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Little hip tap, keeping the hips nice and stable. Perfect, perfect. Fight that hip rotation. Actively engage your core. Actively squeeze it. Think about all those core muscles. Think about squeezing them. Good team, good team. Core is fighting, hips are stable. You got this one. If you're starting to feel those hips move, widen out those feet just a little bit. It's a great way to kind of get you through the round without stopping if you can. Maybe you got to just hold a high plank. That's okay as well. Give me what you can for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. All right, we got one more time through those last 3 exercises. One more. 45 seconds apiece, and we are done with this workout today. We'll get you some recovery, and we will get you out of here. Half kneeling overhead press, 5 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 3 moves. You got a shoulder move, you got a squat motion, so the lower body, and then a core move in the hip taps. So 3 different muscle groups. You kind of use the core in all of them, I know, but 3 times through, and we are through this one today. Good, good. Now, since we are at the halfway point here, let's switch our knees just really quick. I like how you did that with the dumbbells overhead too. As a coach, that excites me. It's weird as when you're a coach, different things excite you. Like when a member crushes that first time, going up to the 30s, 35s. Oh man, those things get me jacked up as a coach. Good, last couple of reps here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Very, very good. 2 more moves. Front squats coming in hot. Let's have some fun with these, team. Come on. 45 seconds of work. Let's get after it. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Get right down into it. Drive those knees out. Dropping it into that squat. Staying tight at the bottom. Trying not to be loose. And then driving up through the heels. Should be able to wiggle your toes. Now, don't do that at the bottom of your squat. You want to spread the weight out between your foot. Try to press the ground away with your feet as you're coming up. Spread the ground as you push. 20 seconds. Good, good. All this squatting, working hard. Oh man, it's going to pay off your team. Come on. Last 10, best round of the day, best squats of the day. Going to get them right here, finishing the way you know how. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh, we got one more round. High plank hip taps coming in hot. 45 seconds to work, team. Let's crush it. This is a great opportunity to finish this workout on the right foot. Think of how much easier the rest of your day gets by crushing this last one. In 2, 1, high plank hip tap. Let's go. Get right into it. I love it. I love it. Challenging yourself. You know the light is right around that corner here. We are almost there. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Even if you're not doing the hip tap anymore and you're just holding the plank, I'm okay with that. Whatever work that you can do in these last 22 seconds, let's do it here, team. Giving me your all, getting closer to where you want to be. 15. Good, amazing. Fighting, working all the way through here. 7 seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. There it is. Your 2 circuits done. A little muscular endurance today. Way to go. Let's bring it down to the ground here. We're going to do a little bit of stretching. We're going to start on our butt, but I want you to stay standing up, or not, you don't have to stay standing up. Just keep your head above your heart for a couple minutes here. A minute. A lot of times when we sit down, we lay down sometimes that we get pretty dizzy. So if you can, walk around a little bit, walk it off. It'll be good. All right. Now we've settled a little bit. Let that central nervous system bring it all back down. We're on our butts here. Let's have both legs right out in front of us. We're going to take our right leg. We're going to step it over our left, and then we're going to turn to our right side. A little torso rotation here. This is one of my favorites. It's a simple exercise that we could see all the time. Gives you some of that spine rotation in the lower back. Keeps all those muscles around the spine working the right way, making sure they're moving, making sure you are mobile in the right spots. The way to go today, team. That's those 2 circuits. They were definitely not easy, and you knocked them out. 3, 2, 1. Let's switch it up. Other side, other leg. Good, good. So especially after a workout like this, make sure we're getting the right hydration in our body. So drinking some water. An hour after this workout, you should have some calories, some protein back in your system as well. That's how your body starts that reparation process of all the muscles, all the work that we did today. Good, and then get some sleep. Sleep is always good as well. I mean, if you've taken my classes before, you know that's what I always say is it's the hardest thing to get, but it's one of the best things for us. I love it. Let's go both legs out in front. Let's do the old classic toe reach here. So legs right in front of us, reach towards the toes. Don't even really need to reach as much as I want you to just hinge towards your feet. Hug those legs a little bit. Reach when you can. Whether you can get to your knees, whether you can get your elbows to your toes, that's not really the point of this one. The point is to get into a position that you can feel that stretch. Good, good. Take some deep breaths here as well. Let your body start to calm itself. Good, good. All right, last one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay on our back here, and what I want you to do is just give your knees a big hug. So bring your knees all the way into your chest, give them a hug, and then try to lift your butt and your tailbone right off the ground because you're hugging them so much. What that's gonna do is it's gonna lengthen out the lower body, the lower spine here, and then you can even roll to the side just a little bit if you want to. Good. I love it, I love it. Try to really open up that lower back, especially after some of the hinging we did today in our figure eights. It's always good to just get some of that pressure off the lower back. Good, good. And then when you are done with that one, team, that is going to be what we have for you guys today. Thank you all for coming on out and joining us today. Again, my name is Coach Christian. This is Coach Heather, and we thank you for coming out for another Coach Care Connect daily virtual workout. And we will see you on the next one.